win will be precious. What you have to remember is that in the Asian qualifiers, the top 3 teams from each group, each of the 2 groups, and the best 4th place team will join China at the FIBA Basketball World Cup next year. So in all, you will have 8 teams from Asia, one of those being China, and you have 7 others that will qualify. And with 6 tough games to go for both of these teams, anything can happen. But without question, this is going to be a very important result for both teams. If you're Jordan, you need to protect your home court. If you're Korea, well, really, you're already on the fringe, and you know that you need to get more wins to secure your standing as you try to press forward and try to reach that World Cup qualification. There will be 32 teams at the World Cup, and Korea, who played at the World Cup in 2014, certainly want to be there. Well, Korea, their players have just been introduced to the crowd here in Amman, and now the home team Jordan, you're going to hear some loud applause as they come out and are introduced to the crowd. Zed Abbas there, Al-Dwari has been a major addition to this team, and it's good that he's come for this one, because this Korea team is going to be one heck of a team to go up against. It's all hands on deck for Jordan as they try to beat a team that on their day can beat any team in Asia. So you see Abdeen coming out, one of the veterans and certainly one of the most important players in this squad. You also have Abu Hawass. Dark Tucker obviously needs no introduction. He's a big-time scorer and creator for this Jordan team. Let me just go back and look at the results for both of these teams real quickly. Jordan began their campaign last year on November 23rd with a 109-72 win over Syria. Now, that was actually played in Lebanon. Jordan then won at home over Lebanon in Amman. That was 87-83. That was kind of a win that really let everybody know these guys are for real. Jordan then hit the road, and as you would have expected, won, albeit some tricky moments. They won 102-88 in Bengaluru over India. Jordan returned home and won 87-62 over Syria. The India and the Syria games there, that was in the February window. And then in the last game, the last 2 games rather, the last window, Lebanon edged Jordan, handing them their first loss, 77-76 at Zouk Makel in just on the outskirts of Beirut, which is where they had the FIBA Asia Cup last year. So Jordan suffered their first defeat there, but then they bounced back and they won big at home in Amman here over India, 114-70. For Korea, it's been an interesting one. They had a dream start, winning 86-80 in the very first game played in the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. There's Al-Dwari. China then beat Korea 92-81. So they took the shine off of that one. There's Zed Abbas, the veteran. Korea followed that up in the February window with a 11-point win over Hong Kong, but they lost at home by 9 to New Zealand. And then in the third window, Korea won at China 82-74, and they rolled to a 104-91 win at Hong Kong. So here we have it, folks. 4-2 Korea on the left, taking on 5-1 Georgia on the right. We are going to have a pause for the playing of the national anthems of both of these countries, starting with Korea. So the national anthems have been played for both Korea and Jordan, and we are just minutes away from the start of this first game of the second round for both of these teams. Of course, some games have already been played today, and Iran winning at home over a very good, I thought, Philippines team. Philippines came in. They're the referees today. Rico Baron, Jongju, and Imran. And we're about ready to start things off. Look at the rosters for both of these teams. So Kim Young, 0. Park Chan, Choi, Jun Yong, keep an eye on him, number 2. Lee Jong Young, number 3. Kim Song Hyung, An Kang. Oh, Kang is back, so that's a big weapon for them, for Korea. As a shooter, it's going to be Jeon, who's also a great shooter from deep. Ricardo Ratliff, who's been terrific since joining this team. Lee Jong Young, Lee Song Hyung, and Kim Song Hyung. And for Jordan, Abdeen, Amin Hawass, Dart Tucker, Aid, Harmashe, Abu Wazane, Hussein, Abbas, Kanan, Alawadi, and Dwari. Of course, their coach is Sam Douglas, who played for this Jordan national team not that long ago. Abdeen, Hawass, Abbas, Zed Abbas, Dart Tucker, and Ahmad Al-Dwabi. So the Korea coach is now Kim, and there is Douglas. Well, we talked about the scenario for both of these teams. Sam Douglas is experienced in these situations. He knows what it's like as a player to get to the World Cup, and he wants to coach a team there. big of a factor will Dwyer be today? Of course, Dwyer only played in the third window, and very important for them. Clearly, on that interior, he brings a lot of energy, a lot of tenacity to the table. Zettabas obviously has been with this program for a long time, although he's didn't play last summer. He's missed some summers, but nevertheless, he's come back for these big games. But I'm really interested to see Al Dwyer today against this Korea team and against Ratliff especially, who is a tough customer. He's going to get his double-doubles. There's no doubt about it. Ratliff, he's been terrific. And when you look back at, his performance so far, I mean, his efficiency per game is off the radar at 34.5. He's averaging 27.5 points, 12.3 rebounds, as well as 3 assists. So Ratliff definitely a danger man, but Korea, a very difficult team to play against, the way they pass around on the perimeter. Well, everybody, welcome. If you're just joining us, we are in Amman, Jordan, and this is the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 Asian Qualifier between Jordan, who won 5 of their 6 games in the first round, and Korea. And starting things off already is that man we've been talking about. The early dunk. Now Korea will see if they can follow Al Dwyer's slam. And Ratliff says, okay, I saw what you've got. Now you're going to see what I've got. And he gets inside, had a nice little position there to go up with that left-handed little jump, semi-jump hook. Abdeen flies down. There's Al Dwyer again. And boy, he is a force. You can see it. Didn't finish that time. And quickly, Ratliff. So we talk about the big-time scorers, and Ratliff, even though he missed his first one, hustles down the floor and gets his first basket. Al Dwyer now goes to work. Little jump hook. Follows it up. Gets it back. Tucker with the left hand, and boy, that ball's almost going down, and it came back out. And then losing control of the ball. As he tried to make his move was Kim Sung-young. Now Zettabas. Al Dwyer with the bounce pass back to Abbas, will give and go action. Here's Tucker again, the lefty. Count it! Tucker is Mr. O for this Jordan team. While he's playing, and Al Dwyer, boy, they look tough. And then down on the baseline is Kim answering when he gets it going. Excuse me, Lee, when he gets it going. Big number 33 is extremely tough. Now Tucker, a little bit of razzle-dazzle. Boy, they are excited about this game. They are excited about this national team in Amman. This crowd is buzzing tonight. The rebound, Zettabas takes it up the floor, back to Abdeen. Abbas puts it up, and a nice mid-range jumper from Zed Abbas over there on the baseline. And good defense. Al-Duari gets the steal, almost loses it trying to pass it to Zed Abbas. And then Zed Abbas was fouled by Kim. Jump shot off target from Hawass, Abu Hawass, but Jordan maintained possession. The drive and the basket is good from Abdeen. And Korea have seen enough. They want to have a timeout, talk things over. Look at this. That's what it's all about, folks. These Jordan fans, shall we say, enthusiastic, just like fans all over the world, to see their teams play, to see them play more frequently, to see them play competitive, meaningful games. And the evidence is indisputable. This is what basketball fans are crying out for around the world, a chance to see this, to experience this patriotic fervor here. Let's listen to Sam. See Tucker with the 5 points, leading the scoring early. I'll tell you, you have to experience Asian basketball, folks. You have to come to places like Amman to understand the passion that these fans have. And when you get to watch them in national team competitions, it's just at a different level. They are excited. Now Lee inside to Ratliff. This is coming out of a timeout, and Korea do a good job of feeding the bear, getting it down low and letting him go to work. Bounce pass, Al-Duari, bounce pass, and it ends with a dunk. Write that one down, folks. That is one of the plays of the second round thus far. Boy, Jordan are looking good. Now Lee backs his man up, and Dar Tucker commits the foul. Dar Tucker pleading his case. Well, pump fake as play resumes, and the end result is Lee drilling the three-pointer. Also, An Yong-Jun has come into the game, number 8. Zed Abbas for 3. Bounce pass to Ratliff. Now Mo Abdeen. Al-Duari drives in. He was going to try to dunk it, and Ratliff went up and blocked it. Lee for three. Tucker with the rebound. And Lee reaches in and fouls Tucker. I think this was probably an easy call for the ref. I'll tell you, you know you're loaded, Jordan, if you have a player coming off the bench like Alawati, number 23. The veteran has just come in and replaced Tucker. Also, Abu Wazane is in the game now, number 13. And we've still got Hussein to come in. Now the break for Korea, trailing by 4. They can put points on the board quickly. Quickly inside they go, and the basket by An. Great play by Korea. Abu Hawas over to Alawati. Abdeen drives in. Al-Dawari almost had the ball, and it looked like Abu Wazani knocked it out of his hands. If Korea hit this, they'll take the lead, and Ann comes flying in for the offensive rebound to keep it alive. So Korea will maintain possession. Here it is, look at this. And that's a good no call from the ref. I mean, sometimes they might call that over the back, but looked like he went straight up. Lee from the baseline ties it. Boy, he's got like a machine over there. Well, timeout. Sam Douglas had said that he told the scorer's table he wanted a timeout, and then after the basket, no timeout was given. So anyway, they stopped play and they give him the timeout. Look at that. Sam Douglas worried about the Koreans finding their rhythm from three-point range. Apologies, folks, if you heard some bad language there in the huddle. Alawati from deep almost banked it in. Not sure he was trying to do that. Oh, terrific rebounding by Abu Wazane. Now Abdeen puts up another three. Abu Wazane again keeps it alive. And it's Hussein who's checked in, who ends up getting the ball. And a foul has been called. So Al-Dawari getting a rest. Oh yeah, he was... Looked like they were fouled a couple of times there by Lee. I tell you, this Korea team is tough. Remember, Korea reached the podium at the FIBA Asia Cup last year in Lebanon. They finished third. They beat New Zealand in that third place game, and they were tough. Tough customers. Shot clock winding down. Hussein, not sure he got it off in time. Doesn't matter. It's going to go over to Korea. And foul called this time on Jordan, and right now you just feel like Korea have gotten to grips with the game and they're controlling tempo. Tucker got a lot of ball there, but he's going to check out of the game. Tucker picks up foul number 2. So Lee goes to the line and makes the first one. Korea have the lead. Now the crowd getting into it here. Alawadi. Hussein keeps it alive. Al-Harmashe in number 7. He's got the ball. Back to Hussein. Zed-Abbas kept it alive. Now Korea look to extend their lead. Lee, both feet behind the line. Alawadi for 3. Good! Jordan move back in front. Ratliff, oh, are you kidding me? So he's even away from the basket and hitting turnaround jump shots. 6 points for Ratliff, and Korea have reclaimed the lead here in the final minute of this first quarter. Zed-Abbas. Hussein. Now Moabdin. Made sure he got some contact. And Al-Harmashe puts it up and in. So the game goes back and forth, back and forth. Now it's Korea's turn. We're in Amman. Jordan against Korea. Korea, the pass stolen by Hussein. And are they going to hold it for one? Alawadi, he's going to put it up, and the ball's going to stay out. Korea with a little bit of time, and they put it up, but only clang it off the backboard. So Jordan, they trailed there for a few possessions, but they have a 1-point lead at the end of one. Well, you look at the good numbers shooting-wise inside the arc for both teams. Neither team really getting it going yet from deep, although Jordan have hit a couple. Well, folks, it's been an interesting first 10 minutes. We've seen some really good signs from Jordan that their team is still moving in the right direction. And but we've also seen or been reminded once again that when it comes to Korea, they are going to just fight you every inch of the way for 40 minutes. They came back to take the lead, but right now they trail by 1 point. So second quarter action underway here in Amman, Jordan, in this World Cup Asian Qualifier. Jordan winning 5 of their 6 first-round games. Korea winning 4 of their 6. Korea losing once to New Zealand and once to China. Aid is checked into the game for Jordan. Park trying to deliver the bounce pass to number 33, Lee. So it's An. Choi has checked in. Keep an eye on him. Lee, Park, and Ratliff. Choi is number 2, very big, handles the ball well. And nice move again from Ratliff. I tell you what, he is just awesome. I mean, he puts the points on the board. He keeps it ticking over for Korea. And now the pass, the interception, and good hands from Aid, but a foul called. He might have gotten a little bit of wrist as well. Well, the referee thought he did, so that's all that matters. So Hussein checks out and Al-Duari checks back in. Park hits the first one. And the second. Korea now opening up a 3-point lead, their biggest of the game. And a little bit of full court pressure leads almost to a turnover. And there's already 8 seconds. It says 16 seconds on the clock, so maybe I think they might give the ball. They're going to give the ball to Korea for the backcourt violation. Oh no, they're saying there's still 1 second. What cannot happen is they can't inbound it in over there yet. They had to inbound it across midcourt. And now Choi or An comes up with a steal away from Alawadi. They've got the quick hands. Boy, An's looked tough, hasn't he? Very impressed by his play. And the first one is no good. And the second one is good, so now it's a 4-point lead. So this is the first game in the qualifiers for An, and he's making quite an impression. Full court pressure. How will Jordan handle this? They've been vulnerable to full court pressure before. Are they going to let Dar Tucker bring the ball up? No, he's going to make the pass. Now Tucker gets inside for the two-handed jam. Goodness me. He saw the path to the basket open up, and he went right down the middle. Lee. Choi. No look to Lee. Well, the dunk has set the paces racing, and you can see it's also given a renewed sense of energy to Korea, or to Jordan. Well, that three-pointer was badly missed by Park Chan-hee. Al-Duare, boy, that was a big-time move. Nice footwork from number 44. Tie game, 22 apiece. Lee faked the throw, took it all the way, missed it. Zetabas now, Jordan trying to get something on the break. Al-Harmache, and Zetabas follows. And good defense, or good crash in the boards there by Korea at the end. Well, you need to remember that dunk. Look at the crowd, they are loving it. Al-Harmache is coming out of the game, and I think they're going to give the ball to Korea. I think that's the right call. Choi again with a no look, over to Lee for three. Ball batted outside to Choi. And shot clock violation. Well, Korea don't even know it. Totally lost track of time. So timeout on the court. And what a great game of basketball we have tonight. Korea want to talk about it. See Korea leading the way is Ratliff. No surprise there, 8 points. Well, you see the rebounding, 18 for Jordan, 10 for Korea. But keep an eye on Choi. He can, number two, he doesn't force things. And he has the ability to almost take games over. Dar Tucker brings it up the floor. knotted at 22. 6.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Abbas had his pass kicked by Ratliff, so they'll put 14 on the shot clock. Al-Dawari. And I think they're going to call traveling. You can see he's not entirely the finished product, but he's not far off from being possibly the best player on the court. He brings an element of size and athleticism and length. And the drive no good. So the turnovers. Abbas has it knocked out of his hands. Good hustle by Park. Can't give up on the Koreans. Ratliff goes up, and just like a machine, 24-22. Korea on top. And Abu Hawass misses that one from deep. Lee from the right. And this time Dar Tucker gets the rebound and fouled by Choi. Folks, you want to follow the latest action? News, stats, standings, you name it, we got it. You need to load the FIBA Basketball World Cup app into your smartphone. You can also go to worldcup.basketball to check everything out. Abbas in the lane, back outside to Mo Abdeen. Count it! Motown! That's right. Mahmoud Abdeen. Japan won against Kazakhstan 85-70. New Zealand walloped Syria 107-66. Iran won over the Philippines 81-73. Australia up big on Qatar right now 67-26. But right now our attention is on probably the best game in Asia today between Jordan and Korea. Very evenly matched. Two opponents pretty evenly matched, of equal abilities. Here's Mo Abdeen. Jordan leading it by a point. Ratliff, well, he doesn't miss much, and he doesn't miss that one. I mean, he's just, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He is a machine out there. He's got such a flawless stroke. And Mo Abdeen thought Tucker was open, but Ratliff read the pass, stole it, passed it, and not able to convert was Lee. Now Mo Abdeen tries again. Good D from Abbas. Almost a kick. Abu Hawass for three. Great rebound by Dar Tucker. And then the follow by Al-Dawari. I tell you, you got to love the effort that Dar Tucker is bringing on the offensive glass. He got that other possession, And Al-Dawari then came down and cleaned up the mess. Look at that, 12 offensive rebounds for Jordan. Choi now posting up Abu Hawass. And Zadabosh went to make sure that that ball wasn't going in. I think Choi might be coming out. Hey, Choi looks like he's trimmed up a little bit. Gian checks back into the game. Ratliff, he's fouled, so free throws for him. These will be his first free throws of the night. But coming in, Ratliff. He played 4 games. He didn't play all 6, played 4. And shot 88% from the line, 22 of 25. So he is almost automatic. All right, when I say that, he missed one. I was not trying to give him the commentator's curse, the commentator's jinx. Tucker. So that foul called on Lee. So Dar Tucker has 3 fouls. They're going to let him play, it appears. I'd be tempted to get him out of there now. Al-Dawari turns it over. And then an easy one for Korea's number 5, Kim. Timeout called by Jordan.
Trying to win the game with one play. It's a long game. You're playing top 25 team in the world. It's not going to be easy, but we got to be smart. Dwayne got the ball here. Don't over dribble.
See the shooting numbers. See the rebounding. You heard Sam talk about the top 25. They're playing a top 25 team in the world. What he's talking about are the FIBA World Ranking presented by Nike. He's talking about that, which obviously the USA is number 1, followed by Spain, France, Serbia, Argentina, Lithuania, Slovenia, Croatia, Greece, and Australia. So that's the top 10. Then you got Brazil, Russia, Mexico, Italy, Puerto Rico, Latvia, Turkey, Dominican Republic, Ukraine, Venezuela. That's the top 20. And you got Finland, Germany, Canada, the Czech Republic, Iran. So that's the 25. There's no Korea. Korea's actually number 33 right now. But nevertheless, I think the point he's trying to make is this is a very good Korean team, highly ranked, which they are, and they have been in the past. And the drive and the foul. Dartecker, not sure what he's appealing for. He's got the foul. Played his college basketball a long time ago at DePaul University in Chicago. And that's second one is good, 29-28. Three-point attempt is good. Rattled it in from long range. Kim. And now Korea back on top by 4. Abdeen, well, nobody picks him up, so he says, I'll just take it. And hands it off to Ratliff, and it looked like Al-Harmache was able to get a hand on Ratliff on the ball just as he started to go up with it and just put him off the shot. Now the drive and the miss, Al-Dawari coming over the back, nothing called. Now Ratliff pulls up, and this time misses, but Lee with the offensive rebound back to Ratliff. And for 3, good. Well, you can't keep giving Korea second and third chances. They get punished. And now the lead is as biggest of the game for Korea, 5 points. Al-Dawari goes up and takes the contact and scores. And that's where he's got to be automatic. And to be honest, I mean, that was an impressive move. Maybe his most impressive of the game. Because he took the contact and he still made the shot. Well, Al-Dawari doesn't capitalize fully. Misses the free throw. And then Ann just beats Al-Dawari, but then misses the shot. So Jordan are going to have the last look. It's going to be Zetabas. And that's how it finishes. The first half, Korea, in a very tight game, take a 3-point lead to halftime. So, Jordan bossing the boards, 26-16. Korea, not surprisingly, with the 11 assists. And Jordan with the 10 turnovers. They are trailing here at home. Let's look back at some of the highlights. But you got to remember, coming into this game, the Jordan were 5-1, and Korea they were 4-2. So maybe a little bit more pressure on Korea. But then you could say that Jordan probably feeling under pressure. They need to win tonight at home. And you might argue as well that it's a tougher second round schedule for Jordan than it is for Korea. So Jordan they're going to have some tough games coming up. After this one, they are going to play at China, and then they have to go to New Zealand in November before traveling to Korea. So those are very, very difficult games, especially the way New Zealand have been playing, and obviously Korea are going to be tough at home. It's difficult to know about China. Al Duari has played exceptionally well, but Korea are getting a lot from some players that they need to get a lot from, the likes of Ratliff, especially, who is leading them in scoring with 13 points. He also has 5 rebounds, but that's where they've probably done a good job, is by keeping him off the boards and not letting him control the boards as he so often does. But he is an extremely difficult player to go up against, and Jordan are the latest team to discover that. Leading the way for Jordan is Al Duari and Dart Tucker. We'll be right back for the second half.
جائزة رقم 66 مقدمة من أورنج برضه لاعب رسمي للمنتخب الوطني. عندنا كمان 50 دينار برضه مقدمة من اللاعب الرسمي شركة أورنج لمنتخبنا الوطني. تذكرة رقم 1065. طيب تذكرة رقم 1065 وتذكرة رقم 66 وتذكرة رقم 514. تفضلوا لهون. بعد انتهاء المباراة راح نوضع كمان موبايلين خليكم معنا، بس الأهم من هذا كله بدي إياكم كلكم تجهزوا للتشجيع.
Well, it's game on, folks, here in Amman, Jordan. It's 35-32, Korea on top. Jordan have had their moments, and they've led for a lot of the game. But they've never been able to open up a big enough lead to where they could press home that advantage. They went up by 7 at one stage, but Korea reeled them back in. And probably have been marginally, well, they have been the better of the two sides in that first half, but 20 exciting minutes still to come. You could hear the reassuring words of Coach Sam Douglas telling his guys, I think it was midway through that second quarter, hey guys, we're okay, you're fine. It's not going to be easy. You know, you're playing a highly ranked team, but just stick with it. So Al Dawari is going to be crucial, as will be Dar Tucker. And possibly the key, can they limit those shots by Korea? They're going to give away those offensive rebounds. Korea, 4 of their 16 rebounds are on the offensive boards. 12, in fact, of Jordan's rebounds are on the offensive boards. Just looking at second chance points.
You guys have done a phenomenal job on defense. 20 more minutes. Defense will win us the game. All right, first play, shirt off.
5 second chance points for Korea, 8 for Jordan. But Korea have 9 points off turnovers. 7 for Jordan. Well, not much room for error, really, I don't think, for either of these two teams. They need to come out and get some good results, especially with the likes of Japan. They're going to be trying to climb into that 4th place spot. They're in the other group, but you know that Korea are acutely aware that Japan have that they're a different team than they were, with Rui Hachimura playing and Yuta Watanabe. It could be that one of these two teams would have to beat Japan for the best 4th place team. Long rebound, corralled by Abdeen. Al Dawari. And Zedabas for 3. 7 points and it's tied. Got it over just in the nick of time. 35 apiece. Ratliff. Lee. And Al Dawari showing us his ball handling skills, brings it up across midcourt. Douglas saying we need to play defense for 20 minutes if we're going to win this game. And Dar Tucker challenges Ratliff. And the answer, the 3-pointer from Gian. And boy, he is dangerous from deep. Tucker hands it off to Al Dawari, who missed the dunk. And then Abdeen commits the foul at midcourt. Boy, Al Dawari is going to be beside himself that he didn't dunk that ball. Great games, exciting games all around the world, even in Europe. France and Bulgaria tied halfway through the final quarter. That's in Bulgaria. Czech Republic losing by 4 at home to Russia. Finland on top of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Germany rolling to a big win at Estonia. Here's Gian again. That's 2 in a row. Nothing like letting the air out of the balloon like he just did with those 3-pointers. Quick pass to Al-Duari, and he does the smart thing. He hands it off to Zaid Abbas. Zaid Abbas. Ratliff pushing off on Al-Duari. Foul called on Jordan. Kim makes his move and loses it out of bounds. So didn't react very well with Abbas and Tucker converging, trapping him. Tucker with the drive and another foul. This one on Gian. Tucker makes the first one. And he drills both. Just like that. 41-41. They don't want to leave Gian open. He passes to Ratliff. Jordan ready, knock it away. 4-on-2 break, and the block, the foul called on Lee. He wasn't going to let Tucker have the shot. Well, that was a great catch by Tucker. It was thrown a little bit behind him by Abbas. And this is what happens. Korea going to call timeout. And Ratliff takes his time as he walks off the court.
자, 지금 계속 디펜스 당하는 게 탑에서 돌고 탑에 와서 투맨 게임 하는 거잖아. 그치? 이거
See the fouls issues Lee and An each with 3.
들어가는 거 어느 정도까지 선영이가 따라가줘야 되는데 앞에서 스위치하고 그냥 앞에 막고 있단 말이야.
Quick slip, dribble, quick screen, come off. When he comes off, they're going to switch that guard to guard.
Al-Duari has the 8 rebounds. Abbas, the 8. Big part of their success. Let's talk about their second chance points. 11 for Jordan, 5 for Korea. Points in the paint, 24 for Jordan, 12 for Korea. Interesting watching Ratliff kind of walk over to the bench. You wonder if he's okay. Or maybe he's a little bit frustrated or upset. boy, those free throws are big when it comes to the end of the game, especially when they're tight. Another miss for Jordan. So now 4-7 at the charity stripe. One-point lead. Ratliff hands it off. Bank shot. Too hard. Now Dar Tucker has it. Abbas from the left. Choi's in the game, number 2. Oh, they left Gian open, and boy, they were lucky on that one. But Ratliff just doesn't look the same now. Oh, and they've called an unsportsmanlike on Al Duari. So that'll be 2 shots and possession. I think they said that he pushed him after the foul. Well, no, I don't know why. Oh, I guess it was just excessive, the contact. So Gian, such a great shooter, misses the first free throw. Second was good, so that ties it up at 42. Lee in the lane. Lee goes to work. And now it's Korea back in front. Al Duari. And the ball goes off of Korea. So it'll be Jordan possession, 9 seconds on the shot clock. On the shot clock after Choi kicked it. Abdeen misses, but Al Duari there scrapping for the rebound. Alawadi comes in. Brings a little bit of firepower from the perimeter. Abu Hawass exits the game. Ratliff has it. Hasn't had that many touches here lately. And he is fouled by Al Duari. And another foul called. Hussein kind of sending a message, I think, with that. Like, you guys are going to feel it if you keep trying to attack us inside. I think Hussein perhaps a little frustrated he's not getting more minutes as well. So Lee goes to the free throw line. He was in that team that played last year at the Asia Cup and did so well. And he makes both and takes the lead now to 4. And Tucker loses it, but Abbas gets it back, bounce pass, and bit of good fortune there. Good finish from Hussein. Good fortune for Jordan. It looked like they turned it over. Over to Gian, the pass from Lee. And that's, oh, this time the pass taken by Tucker, and he's going to make it. They are not going to count it. Are they going to call an unsportsmanlike because he was the last man back? I think they might. I think that's going to be an unsportsmanlike. Possibly, Douglas says, you even give me a 3-point play opportunity and unsportsmanlike. You can see him holding his hands together there. And I have to say, it's a tough call for Jordan. So they got away with Korea may have gotten away with one there. Abbas. And now Gian called for a foul. And one more and they'll be over the limit. Gion's going to exit. Remember, he hit those 2 3-pointers in succession. So they lose his perimeter threat for now. Hussein and able to get the ball back, and now he will go to the line. Well, major talking point. You know, when you see certain results in this international basketball, France winning tonight, or excuse me, losing tonight at Bulgaria, 74-68. So a big moment for Bulgarian basketball. They barely got into the second round. Free throw made by Hussein. So he can tie it with this one. And that's exactly what he does. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lee. And the handoff to Choi. And they were flirting with an unsportsmanlike. Troy's like, don't I get an unsportsmanlike? Choi goes to the line now. And the first one is good. But just one of two. We're back to a 1-point lead for Korea. 13 minutes remaining. And this intriguing clash here in Amman. Choi almost came up with a steal on Tucker. And Tucker, good strength, putting the ball up. Asking for the foul. Not going to get it. They're calling an official timeout. There's an issue. I don't know if it's with the clock. Choi, pump fake. And three-point is good from Lee. Jong-hyun. Tucker just kind of finds his way into the lane and ties it up. Korea have now hit 6 of 16 from three-point range. 4 of 19 for Jordan. Good ball from Korea. Park finishing. Tucker again follows up his miss. He's starting to tell everybody, jump on my back and I'm going to carry us for a while. He's got 19 points. He's an out-and-out scorer. Inside, and Ratliff, who's been held in check, pulls his way down and puts Korea back in front. He'll also get one at the line. And he makes it to go to 16 points. He's hit 2 of his 3 attempts at the free throw line. Hasn't been as commanding on the boards tonight, but still a long way to go in this one. Tucker takes some contact, puts it up and in. Boy, he feels it, doesn't he? Lee. Choi. Ratliff. Oh, I say he hasn't been as commanding, but boy, he was commanding with that rebound and put back. 18 points. Wide open three for Alawade. Tie game. Oh, Ratliff set the pick, and he's going to take it all the way. Final seconds ticking off the clock, and Hyde misses. So that leaves Korea leading it 59-57 at the end of the third quarter. Those are the shooting numbers. So one more three for Korea. And Jordan still kind of bossing the boards, but Korea with those 16 assists. And they forced, well, Jordan did a better job of protecting the ball in that quarter. Well, Korea, it is just so difficult chasing them, trying to limit their opportunities. They just will not go away. They're leading it by 2 points. And of course, it helps that they've got Ratliff pouring in 20 points. Tucker, meanwhile, 21 points for Jordan. Fourth quarter underway here in Amman. And the ball goes off of Ratliff. So who are they going to give the ball to? Korea possession. Nervous is all get out in Amman. Third foul on Hussein. Jordan, they've got some tough games coming up as well against China and against New Zealand. So nothing is going to come easy for them in this second round. The dump, the big bad Ricardo Ratliff. 22 points. Tucker's going to take a three. Well, you don't want to become too one-dimensional and having all your points trying to come from one man. There's the bounce pass from Ratliff, but it seems to be working for Korea. And they're leading out 6 points. Abdeen and Abbas coming back in. The next dead ball. And Tucker had his shot blocked. And I think Tucker's forcing it a bit now. So it changes. And Tucker comes out to take a seat as well. Lee gets in the lane. The other Lee hits a three. Oh boy, they've got trouble now, Jordan. They are trailing by 9 points. 8 minutes remaining. A nightmare start to the fourth quarter. Al-Duwari, and he was fouled. Ratliff helps him up. Troy is very involved in telling where the boy with the broom to get the moisture up. Of course, you don't want to slip. He doesn't want to slip. Nobody does. Oh, Alawadi, the bank is open for him. Back to 6. That was a big shot. Troy size advantage on Alawadi. And then Al-Duwari comes over for some help. Now Alawadi gets to Dabdeen for 3. Abbas there for the offensive rebound and putback. And just like that, Jordan cut the deficit back to 4. Troy complaining that he was fouled at the other end. Field goal percentage better for Korea. Jordan have had more shots with second, third opportunities with those offensive rebounds.
Don't come for a pick and roll, stand there on the screen.
See Tucker on the bench now. 21 points. Tucker was becoming, there's a time to kind of try to take things over and just go one-on-one, but there's also a time when you've got to run your offense. And I think Tucker was a little bit, perhaps, going too much one-on-one. So they've taken him out. And sure enough, they've mounted a little bit of a comeback. But can they sustain it? It's coming out of timeouts after Korea have a chance to regroup. They're pretty tough, usually. Inside of Choi. Lee for 3. And sure enough, coming out of the timeout, they get a 3. It's back to 7 points. It's tough playing from behind against this Korean team. Abbas. And he gets rejected by Ratliff. Abbas for three. Tucker's going to come back in. Huge game for Korea and for Jordan. Choi backs up, good box out from Al-Duari. And Alawadi for three, good. Well, he's been reliable, hasn't he? He's 4-7 from deep. Boy, those are 12 huge points from him tonight. And those shots that he's hit in this quarter are keeping him in the game. And there you have it. It was only a matter of time before a shooter was fouled while attempting a three. So 3 free throws coming for Korea's number 3, and that is Lee Jung-young. He's got 11 points tonight. He's made his 2 previous 3 throws, so now he's 3 of 3. He's got 12 points. Second one is good, so take it. Indeed, another one. So back up to 7 points. The advantage. Tucker right off the bench. Gets that 3 points right back. 24 for him. Choi calls the play. Now the penetration, and a foul has been called. Excellent drive by Park. Park has been making a living at the free throw line, but he just misses his first one of the night. Second one is good. Team. Abbas. And fouled by Lee. So who would you rather be? Would you rather be Korea with 4-2 record and having games coming up at home to Syria and then at home to Lebanon? Or would you rather be this Jordan team who just get the offensive rebound there and will be at China and then New Zealand? might be a more favorable position that Korea find themselves in, especially with the game against Syria. They'll be big favorites in that game. So after this window, they could very easily leapfrog Jordan in the standings. Abbas misses another mid-ranger, and Al-Dawari commits the foul on Lee while going for the rebound. .4:13 remaining, and as the clock, the seconds continue to tick off, you start to worry for Jordan's chances. This is what this Korean team is good at doing. They just seem to be built for playing on the road and causing upsets, like they did against New Zealand at the beginning of the qualifiers. I don't know that I'll call this an upset if they win, but they certainly, Jordan. Oh, and another three-pointer has been made, and Tucker has fouled him, Choi. So he will go to the line for a potential 4-point play. That is a backbreaker. Wow. So the lead is 8, and you wonder if they're going to recover from this one. Well, fortunately for Jordan, Choi missed his free throw again. Look at Choi hustling, getting down the ground, looking for the ball. He was arguing that Jordan kicked it, so it should be their ball. It did look like Hussein reached out with his legs to get it. .5-1 record, Jordan, coming into this game. They are struggling against Korea.
Full court now. We're pressing them.
Field goal leaders for this game. Tucker,
we're running shirt down.
Alawadi.
Bring the ball up. Abdin, Shahed, Moose, Zuzu. Abdin, quick, come off. Shahed, sprint. Come off, dog. Short roll. If they double up, swing, attack, you got both corners.
주고 돌아 나가고 안 되면 스윙, 백킥, 요거 잡아서 수비 늦게 따라오면 어떡하면 파야 돼. 함께
자, 좀만 더. 자,
조금만 하면
두개 있어요.
Well, it could come down to, I mean, first of all, you got to get stops. And that's proven to be very difficult against this Korean team. But then you got to go down and make shots. And it could come down to the likes of Alawadi and Abdin. Maybe Tucker hitting some three-pointers. Because with 3:49 remaining in Korea, get possession on that jump, on that being tied up, the jump ball. It's going to be awfully difficult for Jordan. Bounce pass to Ratliff. Throws it down with a little bit of anger. Abbas for three, short. Alawadi chases it down. Need to swing it. Abdin, jumper, and Lee with the rebound. You do not want to be in this position chasing Korea. They are a nightmare to play against. They will take time off the clock. They make passes out on the perimeter, spread the court. Now Choi hits the jump shot. And Korea go up now by 12 points. It is unrivaling for Jordan here at home. So Alawadi checks out, one of the three-point threats. Hussein back in. And now foul called on Park. 2 shots. That's not very smart by Korea either. You don't want to stop the clock and let Jordan go to the line. Well, you get the feeling right now it's going to take something extraordinary. And when you're missing free throws, it just adds to the agony. He makes 1 of 2. Now, Ratliff bounce pass. And Jordan, how in the world did they escape not giving away points there, because they weren't playing defense. Abbas drives in and Lee fouls him. Been a problem tonight, making free throws. And certainly Abbas has missed his share. Malak Kanan has come into the game. Makes 1 of 2 again to get it back to 10 points. They need steals, they need to force turnovers. Maybe get some easy points. It's difficult to press this Korea team. As you can see, they pass to the open man, Ratliff. He's racked up 28 points. Doesn't matter who he plays. He gets his points. Now Tucker has the ball taken away. Great play by Lee. So the game, unfortunately for the home fans, is not ending the way that they envisioned it. Choi for 3. Starting to head for the exits. But Abbas puts up a 3, hits it, gets it back to single digits. Maybe a little bit of late magic for Jordan. Well, Ratliff's numbers always are good by the end of the game. 28 points, 7 rebounds.
1포로서 계속. Keep running 1-4. 9초 남으면 when 9 seconds left on the clock. 자, 저희가 올라와, 저희가. 승현이가.
Of course, side shopping. Side shopping. All right, let's go, baby, let's go.
Let's go, Sean, let's go.
So unless something extraordinary happens here, Korea will improve to 5-2 and move above Jordan in the standings by virtue of their head-to-head. Now the pass to Ratliff once again, and he goes to 30. And they are just killing the game off. Tucker. So Jordan are going to have to try to regroup, and it's not going to be easy. Abbas a little bit frustrated. Jordan have to try to regroup with the game at China. China has certainly been blowing hot and cold in the qualifiers. Maybe they'll catch them on an off night. China played Lebanon, at Lebanon shortly, in about just over an hour. So another timeout. Douglas would like to at least cut into this deficit as much as possible. You never know in terms of like potential tiebreakers.
Taking the ball out. Shahid, Susie here. Abdin, you're gonna curl off.
They've been outscored 26-16 in this fourth quarter. See Jordan rebounding wise have more than held their own.
Close the hole. We're gonna get a quick three. Susie got a quick slip. All right. So he's gonna cut, pause, come right back after that. Okay. Get a quick three out of it.
스위치 수 있다고. 스위치 everything. 만약에 2 있으면 1, 2, 3 빠져버려. 내가 그냥 줄어버리게.
See Ricardo Ratliff getting congratulations over there already. Why not? 30 points, 7 rebounds for him, star of the game. And the Korean fans that have shown up tonight are in a very good mood. They've taken the trip, and it's been worth it. Marche over to Abbas. Hits the three. Well, it's a good timeout. 85-76. Oh no, they're going to say his foot was on the line, so that was a 2. Now another foul puts Troy on the line. Troy misses another one. That's an area where perhaps he has to work on his game. Struggling a little bit. Second one is good from him. So another timeout. Well, crazy things have happened in basketball. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's, as a coach, you never rest until, and a player, until the final whistle. But certainly the coach, because you never know, how quickly things can unravel.
Let's go real quick. Shire, corner. Amash taking the ball out. Dar here, Sousa here. Soon as the ball goes in. Dar, you screen it. Quick pass, Shire. Quick flare for Hamashi. You want to get Hamashi?
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
진혁이가 쏘면 안 돼요. 저 갇혀. 내가 쏘면 안 돼요. 못 미쳤나? 지가 왔어. 나한테. 들어와 보고 치지 마.
Boss again, open this time. Well, had a wide open look, and maybe now Korea will just let this thing play out unless Jordan can force a turnover. So Korea will improve to 5-2 with a very important win for them in their program and their World Cup hopes. Jordan, meanwhile, dropped to 5-2. Sportsmanship prevails at the end. Everybody's shaking hands. It's good to see. And it's back to the drawing board for Sam Douglas and Jordan. But Korea are never an easy team to face, and they deserve all the credit. They did what they need to do. They rode the back of Ratliff and got great plays from a lot of players. They win it 86-75. Excuse me. 86-76, Korea win it over Jordan. And you see the final numbers, 41 rebounds for Jordan. But not nearly enough. Korea, you just see the name Ratliff everywhere. 30 points, 7 rebounds. I mean, just such a reliable source of points. But, you know, the Lees and the Kims in that team and the Gions, and played well in the first half. You know, they've got a lot of good players. And now the challenge for Korea is, see the rest of the top scorers. Abbas had the 19, Alawadi 12. Very productive 12 points from Alawadi. Now Korea need to show they can win 2 games in a row, because they struggled. Remember when they opened up with that win, as they did at New Zealand, then they came home and they lost to China in the first round. So they need to now demonstrate that they can go home and win against Syria. But I think everybody will expect them to win, and to win convincingly. So here we are looking at the highlights of the second half, and Jordan were right there, you know, through 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter, it was all Korea. They just opened up with a run. They put some distance between themselves, and they never looked back. You look back at that. Look back at that game. Look back at the the start of the quarter, and that's where it just started to unravel completely for Jordan. So that burst of points right at the beginning of the quarter was the difference. They got their noses in front, and there you see, as we said, Korea have leapfrogged Jordan. Now Lebanon and China will play New Zealand have already won their game, so right now they are in first place in Group E. So that's it. And I do think, folks, the final score now is, I don't know what was happening with the official stats, but also with the graphics, but 86-75. Korea have won it over Jordan.